Joe Hart, and I'm the goalkeeper of Manchester City. I just conceded 5 goals. That's because how good of a goalkeeper I am. What am I doing in the England squad? Oh, wait. Nah. This is me, Mike. You already know who the fuck I am, and this is my asshole buddy,
Marth! And I am actually here for this video. I know sometimes Mike does videos without me. So, today is another WWE video, in case you couldn't tell by the football opening. I will talk about, I think we mentioned this in the Linda McMahon video. I'm not sure which one you're putting up. But in the Linda McMahon video, we said we should talk about eras in WWE. From the Attitude Era, from the Hulk Hogan era, all the way up to the PG era.
and currently the network era.
And I believe we're currently in the new era of WWE, or era, I've been told it's pronounced. Because I can't say error right, apparently.
I am error.
I like Zelda. So, what was the thing to start off? I guess it was Hulk Hogan era or something? I don't know.
The golden era.
Is that what the fuck it's called?
Yes.
That's a shitty era.
Yes.
Pretty much, like...
Speaking of the golden era, can I just say I really like the whole Sergeant Slaughter Iraqi sympathizer gimmick?
You mean with Bert's from Mania 6?
What?
I don't know. Hulk Hogan and the Sergeant had a match at one of the WrestleManias.
WrestleMania 7.
Ah! Bollocks! I won off!
Hold on just 1 second.
Bollocks, in the English word. So, yeah, that era had a lot of, like, good wrestlers, but, like, Hulk Hogan being the main face.
The fuck?
I think me and Mike have probably said this before, we don't like Hulk Hogan.
This guy's a fucking sellout.
Yeah, he's a prick in real life, he's a big-headed twat. I don't know, he always wants a spotlight on him, and that shows during the whole golden era, quotes. The golden era to me was okay, it was a good wrestling era, but it wasn't definitely one of the best eras. Golden era, I don't see why it's called the golden era. Where did the golden era start to end? I'm guessing when Bret Hart came in.
Yeah, roughly.
Roughly when Bret Hart, Austin, and The Rock were making... Well, no, The Rock...
And Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels were making big names for themselves in Hulk
I think when Shawn Michaels... I think when Shawn Michaels turned heel off, you know, of course you remember.
It's hard to say specifically when the eras ended and started, especially when... I don't think we were alive for the eras.
No, I wasn't even conceived back then.
So yeah, it's hard to specifically say what eras then. We're wrestling fans, we're huge wrestling fans, so just because we weren't born by the time this era started doesn't mean we're not wrestling fans. So anybody who says that...
I hate people like that.
Like, oh, if you're not born in 2003, you're not a true wrestling fan.
I call these people fucking Nazis.
You can get into wrestling now. If you get into WWE now, you're still a wrestling fan.
Yes.
The fact is you like it, you enjoy it, that makes you a fan. It doesn't matter what area you're from. The difference is that you get to talk to people from that era about how the era was. So you say, oh, you're not from this era, that doesn't make you a wrestling fan. That's bullshit.
I call those people fucking
be
Nazis.
I call them... Okay. but like, you can be from whatever era it is. The fact is, if you enjoy wrestling, you like watching it, you'll continue to enjoy it. It doesn't matter what area you're from. You're still a wrestling fan, regardless. Anyway, back to era. So after the golden era, I think we got the
Attitude Era.
The Attitude Era. Probably one of the most entertaining eras in wrestling for all that. It was at this time. Sorry for that start. It was at this time WWE and WCW were at their throat, so they were all fighting over ratings. So a lot of them were doing things that the other one wouldn't think of. So like sometimes you could have Austin come out, spray beer over people. You have WCW like Sting dressed up like the Crow from the film The Crow. It was like, you know, both companies were trying new and different things. But to me, I've not really watched so much WCW. I'm always a WWE fan. So sorry WCW, hardcore peers, and WWE. The Attitude Era was one of the most entertaining eras out there because you had like big superstars like Austin, Rock, Undertaker, somehow Big Show. And like, it was they were both trying to push the envelope. They were both trying to push each other to do the best they could be. Sometimes it didn't always work. There are some storylines here and there which just were like bad. It's not, no era is perfect. But like, it was probably one of the most entertaining eras. Probably still one of the more, probably, like if you're a WWE fan, that's probably your favourite era or whatever. But then that era, I think, kind of ended when in like 2000 and something, after WCW went bankrupt, and a lot more new talent was coming in. Like not WCW talent, like new talent, like Brock Lesnar and John Cena and all that stuff were coming in. So that started the era of the
Ruthless aggression, right?
yes, the Ruthless Aggression era.
Sorry, I was looking through my Twitter, so I was just like,
Oh, so
I switched off. Sorry.
So that's the era of the Ruthless Aggression. I actually did enjoy the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression era because there was so much talent. You had Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, Triple H,
Cena when he was still
good, half decent. You had Cena, and you had like really good wrestlers, and like so much talent right at the beginning of that era. Like roughly near the end, like 2004-ish, that midway point for that era, they didn't have as much, but they still made do with what they had. So they still were pretty good and solid even then. And that era was great as well. Personally, my favourite era because I mainly grew up in that era, and I really enjoyed that era, and I loved that era. I grew up watching a lot of wrestling.
I really love that era as well.
I know, it's probably one of my favourite eras. So, after that era ended, we got born to the PG era. People's least favourite era. And I can see why people don't like this era. The fact that a lot of storylines, a lot of characters did get nerfed. Crime Time got nerfed because they weren't allowed to steal things anymore because there's a bad influence for the little kids. It got really annoying in, was it 2010, when it felt like wrestling was for kids. That's when it was at its worst. I think roughly nowadays they're trying to hit a midway point. They're trying to make wrestling for like kids, but they're also trying to pander to like, not pander, they're also trying to make it for adult fans as well. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But at least they're trying for both. In the PG era, like
They didn't even bother.
They didn't even bother. They just made it for kids, and it didn't work half the time.
And a wild Joe Hart out of nowhere popped up on my television screen.
God damn it, Joe Hart, stop popping up. So yeah, it didn't work. The PG era is definitely my least favorite era, but it did bring a lot of new talent in, like Jack Swagger, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler,
Wade Barrett,
the Ascension, yeah.
Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio, the Shield, yes.
Yes.
The Shield. So they brought in a lot
the
of
Wyatts.
The Wyatts, yes. Pretty much Bray. That's about it. Maybe Luke. Like pretty much. So it did bring a lot of new talent. Like Bray Wyatt came in. Like wasn't he in the network era?
You mean what?
That doesn't matter. So yeah. The PG era had a lot of good talent in the mid card. The main event, well, you had Edge, Orton, and all that were good, but like the main downer for the main event era was long Cena wins. That was pretty much it. WWE at that point revolved around John Cena, and now I can see a lot of people jumping off the bandwagon. We hate Cena. One of our first videos was.
I've stopped giving a shit about Cena.
Good.
I don't care what happens to him. Like he could die and I probably wouldn't care.
Yeah, so it's not about Cena because we only got like 5 seconds.
Oh shit.
So the PG era, not the best era, but it looks like the new era is coming upon us. The network era, which I briefly said is trying to be the best of both worlds, trying to still be PG, but trying to have good storylines for adult fans. So that I can respect, and at least they're trying, even though the writers, some of them are shit. Here and there you get a really good storyline that they'll probably fuck up. I think
John Cena got 8 seconds.
So in that regard, enjoy your new era, be a good wrestling fan, and good night ladies and gentlemen. I'm Marth, that's Mike.
never been true to me. I can smell that you're acting so fearfully. I can hear what you're hoping I won't